I seek to learn and share with you my own journey and path of learning and understanding on the level 1M. The interpretation and views are my own. The Prophet, on Marriage by Kahlil Gibran. Gibran continues his spiritual unveiling by addressing not the legal or religious institution of marriage, but its essence, a sacred union without ownership, a communion that honors both closeness and separation. Let's dive in, again as a philosopher and psychologist, to explore the powerful metaphors and timeless truths in this short yet profound passage. Then Almitra spoke again and said, "And what of marriage, master?" And he answered saying, "You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. You shall be together when the white wings of death scatter your days. Aye, you shall be together even in the silent memory of God. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. Fill each other's cup but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread but eat not from the same loaf. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone, even as the strings of a lute are alone though they quiver with the same music. Give your hearts, but not into each other's keeping. For only the hand of life can contain your hearts. And stand together yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow." Gibran continues his spiritual unveiling by addressing not the legal or religious institution of marriage, but its essence, a sacred union without ownership, a communion that honors both closeness and separation. Let's dive in, again as a philosopher and psychologist, to explore the powerful metaphors and timeless truths in this short yet profound passage. On marriage. 1. Eternal companionship. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore, even in the silent memory of God. Philosophical lens. Gibran is not just speaking about two people meeting in this life. He points to the eternity of the soul, suggesting marriage is part of a larger karmic or spiritual journey that transcends time. Psychologically, this appeals to the idea of soulmates or deep relational archetypes, connections that feel as if they were meant to be. There's a deep longing in us for belonging, and Gibran affirms that this longing is rooted in something beyond the material. 2. Sacred space in togetherness. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Philosophical insight. Gibran champions freedom within union, the paradox of closeness without clinging. Psychologically, this speaks to individuation within relationship. Jung emphasized that true partnership does not erase the individual, but amplifies each soul's growth. The space allows each person to breathe, create, and be, so the relationship remains dynamic, not stagnant. 3. Love is a moving sea. Love one another, but make not a bond of love. Let it rather be a moving sea between the shores of your souls. This is one of Gibran's most poetic metaphors. Love is not a contract or a prison, but a living ocean, fluid, free, yet deeply connected. Philosopher's view. He challenges the idea of possessive or fixed love. True love, like the sea, moves, shifts, and remains vast. Psychologically, this emphasizes emotional maturity, to allow the beloved their own life, while still being deeply united. Love is a flow, not a fusion. 4. Sharing without merging. Fill each other's cup but drink not from one cup. Give one another of your bread but eat not from the same loaf. Gibran warns against codependency, the kind of merging that leads to loss of self. In healthy psychological terms, this is about interdependence, not dependency. Two whole people who choose to share, rather than needing the other to complete them. 5. Joyful togetherness, sacred aloneness. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. This line holds deep wisdom. A couple may experience joy together, but must still have their inner solitude, a personal sanctuary where their soul dances alone. Philosophically, this is in line with mystical traditions that teach that all union flows from inner wholeness, not emotional fusion. 6. The lute strings. Even as the strings of a lute are alone though they quiver with the same music. A perfect metaphor. Together in harmony, yet distinct in being. This image blends individuality and union, The ideal of marriage that supports uniqueness while creating beauty together. Psychologically, this affirms the differentiation of self, a principle of mature love, where each person honors their identity while resonating in shared purpose. 7. The pillars of the temple stand together yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart. This is about boundaries and structure, the idea that closeness can only be sustained when there's also space. Just as a building collapses if its pillars crowd too close, so can love collapse without room to breathe. Philosophers' view. This challenges traditional notions of merging or becoming one. Instead, it's about being two whole people contributing to a sacred structure, the temple of their shared life. 8. The oak and the cypress. The oak tree and the cypress grow not in each other's shadow. Trees represent strength and individuality. To grow in someone else's shadow is to remain stunted. Gibran affirms that real love does not eclipse, it elevates. If one dominates, both diminish. Summary. Gibran's vision of sacred partnership element. Gibran's teaching togetherness. Eternal soul bond, but not physical dependency space. Essential for movement, breath, freedom, love. A living sea, not a possessive bond sharing. Offer from fullness, not from lack, joy and solitude. Celebrate life together, but protect your inner world harmony. Be like lute strings, separate, yet resonant structure. Be like pillars, support together, but don't lean growth. Don't grow in each other's shadow. Support light final reflection. Gibran's On Marriage is not a recipe for romantic fantasy. It's a blueprint for conscious union. It is the marriage of two sovereign souls, not two incomplete halves. And it speaks especially to those, like yourself, who seek depth, meaning, and sacred alignment in every area of life. Thank you for sharing in my journey.